Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Before we start, remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep creating better and better content for you. And if something in this video feels true for you, share a comment at the end. Your experience might help another person who is feeling exactly the same way. Let us begin. Some days do not explode. They do not bring big victories, huge problems, dramatic moments. They just pass. You wake up, check your phone, go to work or study, answer messages, do what you have to do, scroll a little, watch something, eat, go to bed. Nothing terrible happened. Nothing amazing happened. And yet, when you put your head on the pillow, there is a quiet sentence inside you. Today did not really feel like a day of my life. It just passed. This is what we will talk about today. When days feel empty, not full of pain, not full of joy, just hollow. There is a difference between being tired because you lived a full day and being tired because you dragged yourself through another copy of the same day. In the first case, you may feel exhausted, but there is a sense of meaning. I did something that mattered. I tried something. I moved something inside or outside. In the second case, you feel heavy and strangely disconnected. I was busy, but I do not know what I was busy for. You go through tasks, but you do not feel truly present in any of them. You smile, you answer, you react, but inside, it feels like you are watching your life from a distance, not really living it. Many people think this emptiness means they are broken. I have a job. I have responsibilities. Maybe I have a family, a partner, friends. Why do I still feel like something is missing? What is wrong with me? Often, nothing is wrong with you. What is wrong is the way your days are organized. Your days are full of what you must do and almost empty of what makes you feel alive. You solve problems for other people. You respond to deadlines. You meet expectations. But you rarely touch what matters to your own heart, what builds the person you want to become. So your days are technically full but emotionally empty. Technology makes this easier. When you feel a small emptiness, you can fill it instantly. Open an app, scroll, watch, swipe, click. For a few minutes, you forget the feeling. Your brain receives small hits of stimulation. New images, new information, new jokes, new drama. You are not bored. You are not thinking deeply. You are entertained. But when you close the app, the emptiness returns. Sometimes stronger. Because now, you not only feel empty, you also feel a little ashamed. I had time. What did I do with it? Nothing important. This is not about guilt. It is about seeing how easily our attention can be used without building anything real. English often lives in this space too. You say, I really want to improve my English. I want to travel, grow in my career, connect with more people. But when you look at your week, English was not truly there. Maybe a short video with subtitles. Maybe a few words on social media. Not deep contact, not real practice. So your dream stays like a picture on the wall. Something you look at, not something you walk toward. And every day that passes like this adds a little more emptiness. Because part of you knows, I am not moving in the direction I say I want. When your actions and your desires do not talk to each other, the space in between feels like a void. Empty days are not always visible from the outside. You can look very functional. You wake up on time. You answer emails. You do your tasks. You smile when needed. You are fine. If someone asks, "How are you?" you say, "I am okay, just a little tired." It is not a lie. You are tired. But tired from what? Not from living deeply, from repeating, from carrying questions you do not answer, from ignoring desires you do not admit, from being busy without being engaged. Your life looks normal. Inside, something feels flat. Why is it so hard to change this? Why do we keep living empty days even when we can feel they are slowly eating our energy? One reason is fear of disruption. To make your days more alive, you will probably need to change something. Say no to some things. Say yes to others. Give time and attention to things that do not bring immediate results. This is uncomfortable. It may affect how people see you. It may challenge your habits. It may bring up old feelings you have been avoiding. So you stay with the familiar. I know this emptiness. At least it is predictable. The unknown feels more scary than the quiet suffering you already understand. Another reason is that many of us were not taught how to design a day. We were taught to follow structure, school schedules, work schedules, house routines. We learned how to survive in systems, not how to create a day that connects with our soul. Nobody sat us down and said, "In one day, there should be some things you must do, and some things you choose to do for your own growth, your own joy, your own meaning." If you only live for the musts, your days will slowly lose color. So we grow up and repeat. We fill our hours with obligations, and then try to recover with distractions. No wonder the days feel empty. There is no intentional space for what would actually feed us. When days feel empty, it is easy to think, I need a big change, a new job, a different country, a new relationship, a complete transformation. Sometimes big changes are needed, but often the first step is smaller. It is about changing the texture of your day, not the entire shape of your life. Ask yourself, in a normal day, how many minutes do I spend doing something that is truly mine? Not for work, not for others, for me. Something that connects with what I care about. Something that builds a skill I want. Something that makes me feel a little more alive. Is there any time like that? If the answer is almost none, no wonder your days feel empty. You are living without a piece of yourself inside your own day. This is where English can become something deeper. It is not just a language for your career. It can be a daily practice that gives shape to your time. When you sit for 15 or 20 minutes with real, meaningful English, not just random noise, you are doing several things at the same time. You are training your brain. You are expanding your future options. You are facing a challenge. You are building discipline. And if the content resonates, you are reflecting about your own life. These minutes are not empty. They are small investments. They might not feel dramatic, but they build a sense of, today, I did at least one thing that moved me forward. That feeling is a quiet antidote to emptiness. But this is not only about English. It is about touching real life. Empty days are usually full of passive consumption. You receive, you observe, you scroll, you absorb. Fuller days have moments of creation and connection. You do something with what you receive. You write a paragraph. You practice a skill. You cook something new. You move your body. You send a real message to someone you care about. You speak, even with imperfect English, to a human being. The difference is not always visible in photos, but inside you feel, I participated in my own day. And that participation slowly fills the empty space. It is also important to remember that feeling empty does not always mean you are doing everything wrong. Sometimes you are in a transition. You have ended something and not begun the next thing. You are healing. You are processing. The ground under your feet is changing. In those times, days can feel strange, like waiting rooms. You are not meant to fill every second with productivity. Rest and silence are also part of a real life. But even in those seasons, there can be small anchors. Tiny actions that remind you, I am still here. I am still moving slowly through this. A walk, a page of reading, 10 minutes of English, 3 minutes of honest writing. Not to erase the emptiness, but to give it a container. If your days have felt empty for a long time, you may also start to feel guilty. I have wasted so much time. I could already be fluent. I could already have a different life. This guilt can become another reason to do nothing. You feel so bad about the past that you do not use the present. But the past is gone. You cannot fill yesterday. You can only fill today. Emptiness from before does not have to decide the rest of your story. You can be sad about lost time and still say, today does not have to be another lost day. That decision does not need big fireworks. It needs one honest action. So what can you do when days feel empty? Not in theory. Today. You can choose one simple concrete thing that will leave a trace inside you. Something like listening to 10 minutes of real English with full attention and maybe repeating some sentences. Writing a short reflection about how you feel in English or in your language. Going outside for a short walk without your phone. Actually noticing what you see. Starting one small task you have been postponing, just for 5 or 10 minutes. Sending one sincere message to someone, not just a reaction to a story. None of these things will transform your life in one day, but they will transform that day, from completely empty to there was at least one real moment, one moment where you showed up. Over time, these small, real moments connect. You start to feel a different relationship with your days. You may still have routine. You may still have stress. You may still have problems. But inside that structure, there are now pockets of meaning. Places where you say, this is my time. This is my choice. This is my growth. The emptiness is not destroyed all at once. It is slowly pushed back by hundreds of decisions to be present for your own life. When days feel empty, the temptation is to escape more. More distraction, more noise, more fake urgency. But often, what you need is the opposite. To slow down for a moment and ask yourself, what am I really missing in my day? Not in my whole life, in my day. Is it contact? Is it challenge? Is it creativity? Is it learning? Is it rest without guilt? What small thing could I add or change, starting today, to make one part of my day more alive? You do not need to answer perfectly. You only need to listen honestly. And then, with whatever courage you have, you take one step. Maybe that step is turning this video into the beginning of a new habit. Not just listening once, but giving yourself a small piece of time every day for English that nourishes you, and for actions that make your day feel a little less empty and a little more yours. Thank you for watching.